Hey, Jonathan from Uncaged Human here, and today I want to share with you from my experience working with clients and from my own experience with myself, the three main reasons why you don't stay consistent exercising and you don't show up regularly to a fitness practice, and for whatever reason it just never quite seems to stick and doesn't become a fixture of your life, right? It's something you do and you get excited about, but then you inevitably fall off and you tend to have this cycle of shame and judgment and all that sort of crap that just makes things worse, right? And eventually you might even get to the point where you feel like you don't even want to bother because you don't want to deal with the pain of letting yourself down again. So I'm going to share with you three things that if you implement are going to make a massive difference. So one of the biggest things that people seem to lack is a lack of purpose in why they're doing their exercise routine. Why does it even matter in the first place? If you don't have a compelling reason why you want to get into better shape, why you want to be fit, it's going to be really easy for you to make other things that are easier a priority in your life. So the biggest thing I would say is figure out the most compelling reason that you can possibly think of why this is a non-negotiable thing for you. Why is being in the best shape of your life something that you aren't willing to compromise on, right? Maybe that's that you want to feel confident in any situation. Maybe you want to feel like your body can do whatever it is that you want to do without breaking down. Maybe it's that you want to have energy to play with your kids and not be that dad on the playground that, has to say, sorry, I have to sit down or I can't join you. Maybe it's that you want to lose weight and feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror. Whatever that is for you, get clear on why this is important to you and what would make it what would be a reason why so compelling that showing up to your fitness practice, your fitness routine is non-negotiable, right? That is the goal with that. Write it down, put it somewhere that you're going to see it every single day and revisit that. If you get clear on that source of motivation that is, inexhaustible, it never ceases to inspire you, I guarantee you it will become much, much easier for you to show up regularly and exercise more. The second thing is lack of clarity. So lack of clarity on what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, what your trigger is going to be for it. Right? If you don't have those things in place, if you don't know exactly what you're going to do when you're exercising, it's going to be, a thing that just is full of unknown and uncertainty, and you're going to get fatigued by just thinking about all the decisions that you're going to have to make for it. So having a routine that is set, a program that's set, that's already figured out, that you just show up and you do it, you know where you're going to do it, you know when you're going to do it, and you have a trigger for it that reminds you to do it. That's a very, very important one that a lot of people are missing, right? They don't have something in place that makes sure that they show up. So what I mean by that is, my trigger to do my morning fitness practice is taking my dog outside. That's my thing. I do it every single morning. It's something that I can sort of piggyback on, and I know that it's going to happen no matter what, right? She always has to go out. The other thing is I know what I'm going to do, right? And based on what my coach, right, because I have my own coach as well, what my coach tells me is my thing. That's what I do, right? For you, it could be a program you find on YouTube. It could be something that you create yourself. Whatever it is, figure out what you're going to do, so when it's time to do it, you already know what that's going to be. So getting clear on that is going to make it a lot easier. And then the last thing, the final thing I would say, is not having stakes is a big reason why people fall off, right? As humans, we have evolved to be social creatures. We evolved in tribes, and that's how we're wired from a biological level. And we have the incentive to not let other people down when we're in that tribal environment. But outside of that, when it's just us, right, and no one else is going to know if we don't show up, it becomes easy to not do it. So that I would say is the biggest reason why people don't follow through, is there's no stakes involved. There's no consequences for not showing up. You know, maybe other than, you know, you feel a little bad about yourself or something like that. And that can be a big motivator as well, but it's much more powerful if you have a system of checking in with someone else. You know, that could be a training partner, it could be a community, it could be a group fitness class that you go to, it could be a coach. It could be as simple as, you know, just on your own, it could be, you know, having a daily log that you use, and you don't want to break the streak, right? You've showed up for X number of days and you don't want to break that. You don't want to mess up that streak that you've made, and maybe that's the stake for you. So you need to figure out, what are the stakes for you for not showing up, and what's something compelling for you, like, you know, that's gonna make you feel honestly bad if you don't show up. That could be letting someone else down. Whatever it is, we need to leverage the things that we're wired for biologically, and having stakes is one of those. So those are my top 3 reasons why you're probably not showing up consistently in your movement practice, and what I recommend you do to reverse those so you can actually make this something consistent, right? My message is to help you create a lifestyle of fitness, a lifestyle of movement, not just something that's compartmentalized, but where you're moving all the time, where you're getting outside, you're doing the things that you want to do with your body, because that's what it's all about, right? It's not about shaming and guilting yourself into doing workouts that you don't want to do. It's about having fun with your body, moving in cool places like this. This is one of my favorite places right here in the park. I like to move outside in parks. Yeah, whatever it is that you want to do, I just want to help you create the body that is capable and strong and flexible, so you have the energy to do the things you want to really do in your body, and you are able to show up for the people that you really care about. And taking care of yourself first is the way I believe to do that, so we can be stronger for other people. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you get some value out of this. Put this into action, please, 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 and stay uncaged.